All right, speaking of tattoos, that was a big part of this week's round of Hot Topics. I was joined by Taryn Daly and Steve Migs from 99.9 KISW and, of course, our producer, Derek Haas. We've all had to deal with the heat, and I know one of you is coming to us live from a barn right now.
That would be me.
Do you have air conditioning in the barn?
There is no air conditioning on my entire property, not in the house, not in the barn, not in the pump house, nowhere. But we do have a basement, and that basement stayed, I think the warmest it ever recorded on our baby monitor, because that's where our child's room is, was 83 degrees. So the basement was, 83 is still like too warm for my personal taste, but compared to the upstairs, to the bedroom, to the outside, that basement was my solitude for about 4 days. It was delightful.
All right, Steve City, do you have air conditioning?
As a pet owner, that was a big reason why we originally got it, was to make sure that our dog was in a comfortable situation. But man, I've been so nervous to say it to some people because they get so angry. They're like, "Oh, must be nice." I'm like, "Yes, it actually is. It's
very
really,
nice.
really nice."
It's really nice.
So it's been pretty awesome. I've also learned, I've had a lot of new friends that reached out to me that wanted to hang out because they had air conditioning.
Right,
it's kind of funny.
I mean, I will say overall, like, I don't use it. I use it more than just one week a year, as my power bill will reflect. But producer Derek, by the way, he was actually gloating a little bit when we were having triple digit temperatures. He was like, "Oh, it's like 87 here." But did the heat wave come to find you, my friend?
It's still hot here. It's still, the dew point is still 72 degrees. It's ridiculous. So like pretty much, everybody has air conditioning in Michigan where I live. And so we use it a lot, but moving home, I found out that our family has become a 75 degree family where we keep the thermostat at 75 degrees. I did not grow up with that. We were, 70 degrees. I'm pretty sure, like 75 seems a little high for me. If you're going to have air conditioning, use it.
Okay. I like it. All right, Steve, so let me see your arms right now.
Okay.
So you got full sleeves, you got the tats going on, so many.
Yeah.
You're proud of them, right?
Yeah. They all represent a story, whether it's the art itself or the time and place when I got the tattoo. It always brings me back to a certain memory. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Some of them I wish I could kind of touch up, but for the most part, I love them.
I love to hear that. So not that I would ever compare you to this person because I enjoy you so much. Pete Davidson.
Oh, thank goodness.
Covered in tats, and he now wants to get rid of them. And he's open about it. He says they have made a lot of bad decisions. I mean, I guess the question is, do you guys have any tats you'd like to remove? Now, honestly, what do we think of this?
Well, one thing that I heard is that covering up your first tattoo is bad luck. That being said, if I was to cover up a first tattoo or remove a tattoo, it would be my first tattoo, because if you guys remember back in the early 2000s, everybody was getting their zodiac sign tattooed, and they're probably still getting their zodiac signs tattooed, but that was the trend. So I don't really follow horoscope too closely, so it doesn't mean as much to me now as apparently it did when I was 18. But I have heard that it's bad luck, and to Steve's point, it does bring me back to a time in my life where I was like, hey, I'm old enough and my mom and dad can't stop me now. So it is kind of a story of rebellion, Yeah.
Shout out to Everett Emporium Tattoos. I love that. All right, Derek, how many tattoos do you have?
Zero.
Zero.
Famously have commitment issues, but now I feel like if it's so easy and painless to get them removed, why don't I just get one? I can always get it removed and get a different one.
I've heard it's very painful to have it removed, though.
Pete says it's painful. He said it's a terribly painful, long process.
That's what it sounds like when you get a tattoo removed. It sounds like that kind of screaming.
Yeah, I mean, that's horrible.
I have a buddy that he was getting his tattoos removed so that he could get more tattoos over the spots that he had them removed. I was like, you're way too hardcore for me. He said that the removal of the tattoo is way worse than the actual tattoo itself. And it's multiple sessions because it doesn't just disappear. Right. It dulls it out. So you have to keep going back and getting it done. It's a long, painful process. Not worth it.
I've never had one. I've never gotten one. I thought, I might do it years past, but I haven't gotten there.
Do you have an idea of what you would get?
I just wanted a crescent moon somewhere for my mom. She was really into the moon and moon cycles, and I thought a little crescent moon would be cool. But, maybe I can memorialize her in other ways. That's okay. I'm okay with that. All right. We'll stick around for more later in this show for more with our friends as we reveal our Olympic dreams. Yes. Have you walked into a store yet without a mask, and how do you feel? Like, I thought I would be attached to the mask forever, but I've actually found myself forgetting my mask more and more often now.
The first time I went into a Fred Meyer, I was terrified without the mask. I don't know what I was expecting. People were going to throw rocks at me or vegetables or something. Once you see someone else without a mask on, or an employee especially, I was like, all right, I think I'm okay.
A few weeks ago, I went to a Mariners game with some coworkers, and at the time we were able to enter through, like if you had proof of your vaccination, you could go in through that gate. And that was, I felt so naked. I felt so weird. I felt like I was going to get in trouble or something like that. It was the weirdest thing. And then just this past Friday, I went to a Mariners game with my whole family, and you didn't have to wear a mask at all. And that was really weird. I think the biggest crowd I'd been in before that was maybe like 20 people or something like that. Now you're in a stadium full of people, and it was at full capacity.
I think a stadium full of people might be a little bit unnerving for me at this juncture just yet. Derek, what's your sitch? What's out there where you are? Is it mask?
Yeah, no mask restrictions for at least, if you're going, I think employees still have to wear them some places, but being able to go to like the movies and not having to wear a mask is really nice. I'm like, popcorn and everything.
Well, I like the idea of wearing the mask with your snack in there and just eat like a horse with like your snack bag.
Like a trough.
Eating your popcorn.
A popcorn trough. I'm in.
Getting your hair cut. That has been so annoying because you got to hold it there and then like
while they get around the ears.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. I shave my own head, so I could do that without a mask on.
You it too? Do you like
at the skull shaver? You could use it in the shower. It's incredible. It's the best thing it's my favorite purchase ever.
I hope you're getting a kickback.
I wish I would. This was like the greatest endorsement I've ever heard.
I know. Like, I think every
now I wish I was
months, bald. I can help you with that.
I will say, now that we've been wearing masks, like nobody in my house has gotten sick until just recently the kids got the sniffles. And I'm like, so this was great. We didn't get sick for over a year. I might start wearing masks during flu season. I'm just going to let you know. Next topic, we're going to go to the Olympics. So here's a couple of Olympics related questions for you. If you had to pick an Olympic sport to compete in, what would it be, Taryn?
So for me, I would say swimming because I was a swimmer in high school and it was the only sport that I was ever halfway decent at.
I was a 500. I am.
Oh, you got stamina, girl. That's impressive.
Well, I wasn't fast. They were like, put her in the pool for 20 laps and see.
Well, I play hockey and I still play hockey. So I would be an idiot not to take the opportunity, but I feel like I should be put on the team that Team USA wants to beat because I'm not a very good goalie. So I feel like I could be the advantage for them by not playing on their team. But in all seriousness, yeah, I would love to be a part of the hockey team. It's just so intense. It's such an incredible sport as it is. And then when you put your country pride on the line, it's just on a whole other level, especially when it ends up being USA versus Canada. Oh, those are some of the best games.
I know. There's such an incredible legacy with U.S. hockey. Okay, Derek, can I pick which one I think you would do?
Sure.
All right. I think you would be good at fencing.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't think about that one.
Wit. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I wanted to try steeplechase, the track and field, and then they put up barriers that you have to jump over into like water. Just because it's so ridiculous, I want to try it. It's truly like the wipeout sport of the Olympics. Like it shouldn't exist, but kind of sounds like they were under the influence when they came up with that sport.
Yeah. I also like the idea of what's the one in the Winter Olympics where it's the skiing and shooting.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other one. I'm like, you know what? I feel like I could do that. I feel like I could do some skiing and shooting. I'm
going to cross-country ski and then pull out a bow and arrow and shoot it. That's right.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
All right. Good to know who not to go skiing with. All right. So, okay. What is an Olympic sport that isn't but should be? And I truly don't have an answer for this, so I hope y'all do.
I think dodgeball should definitely be an Olympic sport because I would like to see some of those matchups, or like literally any of the games you had to play in elementary school, like when you had to crab walk and hit like the soccer ball. I want to see some ridiculousness.
I'm really good at beer pong. I feel like if beer pong was an Olympic sport, that would be, I would have the most success in that arena.
Yeah, I learned over the weekend that I'm not good at beer pong.
Well, guess what? Coach Taryn will help you. We're going to compete in a couple of years at the Summer Olympics. Amity and Taryn going all the way for USA.
USA. Steve, are you going to be on our team or what, man? Any of those that you want to be an Olympic sport?
Like American Ninja Warrior. I'm a sucker for that show.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. That show has me on the edge of my seat all the time. Imagine doing that for your country.
Oh my goodness.
Steve, I know this isn't a competition, but you won that answer for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome for all that. Hey, we'll see you next time. Have a good day.